Hello there. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. In today's session, we will configure Spring Boot logs. There are two ways of configuring logging when SLF4J and Logback are on ClassPath because of Spring Boot logging starter. First is using Spring application configuration file like application.properties or application.yaml, and second is Logback configuration files. In this session, we will focus on the application configuration file, Spring Boot application configuration file, and we will try some configurations for console and file appenders. So let's begin. I have already added few loggers. Let me explain. So in this demo application class, in the main itself, I have added few more loggers. For example, logger.info.setMessage. I have added some message so that we can identify the message in the logs from where it is coming. There is no need to add in the message itself the class and method names, but just for the demo purpose I have done it. Here it is nice class, I just named it, and here few more loggers below, and this class is not so nice, I have named it. And again it also have two methods. Let me show you these class very quickly. So very simple class, it have two methods. One is method with info logs, another is method with debug logs, and very simple logger message. Same, it's just the name, not so nice. This class is doing the same thing. It also have two methods, method with info logs and method with debug logs, and a very simple logger message. Okay. And this session is focused on configuring the Spring logging using Spring Boot application configuration file. We are using application.properties here. So these are few of the loggers I have already added. So logging.level.root equals to info. It means my all the application classes will log messages with log level as info. Here I have shown that you can override it for a specific package. Here I have mentioned it only info, but I can change it to debug. So all the classes will be routed to info, but for this package, all the debug logs will also be printed. Let's say I want to route my all the logs to a specific file. So this is the way I can configure it. Logging.file.name logs/my. So here inside logs folder, it will create my .log. I will delete it for now so that we can demonstrate that this creates the log file actually. There is another configuration, logging.pattern.console. So when you are writing your logs in the file, still you can put your loggers, you can see your loggers on the console. What is the message format you want to see? So that's how you can control the pattern from here. Same way you can control the pattern for file also. So I have kept some difference in this pattern and this pattern. Okay. And we can configure different groups also. So this is one group, com example demo package 1. So package 1 you can see. So this is group 1, not group 1, this is my group, and this package 2 is also part of my group. I can create different groups. Instead of my group, I can make another configuration like logging dot group dot my second group, and here I can put it like this. Okay, and I need to control the logging level also. My second group I will change it to, so if I want I can put it like info or trace, whatever I want. Okay, but to keep it simple, I will not configure this second group. Now what I will do, I will start this application, and when we will start, if you have seen here, my logging level is root level is info, but for com example.demo we have debug as configured here, and all the logs here If you see, this is the debug log. All these are info logs, right? So when application is configured to print debug logs for this package, all the logs will be printed, right? These are just the info logs. Okay. So let me start the application and see the logs. So if you see here on console, invoking nice method with info logs, nice method with info logs. So this is invoked, and nice method with info logs. So info logs inside this method has printed this logs, right? So this is a method in nice class which have a logger of info level. So this is working fine. Same way, next is invoking nice method with debug logs, right? And here you can see debug log is also printed. Same way, these two loggers you can see invoking not so nice, and again here and here 2 times. So at least we can see all the logs are printed on the console. Focus here, this format. Okay. Now we will see if our logs are generated inside logs folder or not. Let me reload it. Okay. So we deleted it right before starting the application. So here we can see the same logs. Let me just for the showcasing something. If you see, I can see my, if you can see, I can see date is almost the same. But if I go back on console, there is, let me just copy it. It will be easy to compare, right? So here there is additional information, while on console there is less information. Why? Because for console there are, this message format is only this much. For file, message format is this much. So that is the difference. Okay. In real world, do we need to log the files on console or in the log files? It depends. In lot of cases, especially in environments where we deploy our applications in Kubernetes or another orchestrated platforms, or in platforms where there are another tools which can consume the logs from console, we output the logs only to the console, and those applications can capture it from there and do whatever they want to do, right? Maybe they want to save it somewhere, they want to draw some dashboards around that. In that case, we don't need to write logs in the logging file. And how to stop it? Nothing much you need to do. You just need to comment it out like this. And in that case, you don't need file pattern here also, right? Because we are not writing any log. So we can comment it out here. And let's delete this and let's restart the application. Okay, so it's gone. Okay, application restarted. I can see logs here. Let me reload this whole structure and see my app is created or not. No. So it is not generated. Okay. What if I want to write the logs in file, but I do not want to see the logs on console? Generally, we want to see the logs on console. It's easy for developers, right? But still, if you want to do that, there is one hack to it. You just leave it empty. Logging.pattern.console equals to empty. Let's restart this application and see if changes are effective or not. So if you see here, we have seen only very few logs. Let me reload it and I can see all the logs here, right? So it means our changes are effective, the changes which we have done here. Now you will ask, when there are so many logs, why even this basic logger is here? I have explained it one of the previous session in this series. So please take a look at it. I will put the link of that session in the description. Now I will demonstrate you these groups. So here my root level is info. My COM example demo is debug. My package 1 and package 2, these are also at debug level. And inside both the classes, there are two loggers, one at info, one at debug. I'll show you in the nice class also. So one info, one debug. What will happen if I change it from debug to info? So I think now for this group itself, and this group means group of package 1 and package 2. Let's restart the application and it should print only the info logger of package 1 and package 2. Let's go to the, okay. So from here, application is restarted again. If you see from the nice class, there is, okay, so it is trying to invoke the debug logger, but nothing is printed. Only message which are coming from nice class is this, and from not so nice class is this. So that's how we can control the logs at the package level. Before closing this session, I just want to tell you that this is a hack. This is, I wouldn't suggest this for production. How to better control it through a logback configuration file. We will see it in the another session. Happy learning for now.